Okay, so this is a quick start guide on how to get started with your website. Hopefully you take the opportunity to watch all the other videos, but if you want to jump right into it, all we're going to do is we're just going to log into the website. You'll be sent a username and password in an email when you log in, for your login, I should say. And once we log in, we'll then be able to have access to the administration bar. To get access to the administration bar, we want to hit the tilde button on your keyboard. The tilde is a little squiggly line that's just below the escape key on your keyboard. Once you press that, you'll see that this bar comes up and you can get rid of it, bring it back. And underneath here, you'll see there's a home button, there's a dashboard button, content structure, store, people, and configuration. Dashboard covers a general overview of everything that's going on your site. There's another video that talks about each one of these in particular, but we're just going to jump right through it. You also have content where you can create all your content. These are all your different content types that you have to create. Make sure you use the appropriate one, where you can also manage your comments. And there's the approval queue for the comments. You'll find them here. This will list all your files. Groups, this is for your organic groups, so for your private groups or your public groups where people can join, share information and documents, etc. Messages list all the messages on the site. Messages are when people create content or comments and that sort of thing. There's a kind of a history of everything that's created within groups. Newsletters, these are your HTML newsletters or e-newsletters. And any scheduled content that you have. So if you scheduled a blog post, you'll find it here on whatever the scheduled date is. And any web forms, so your contact forms or job application forms or whatever you've created, you'll find them, a nice overview of them here. Under structure, you'll find blocks. You won't spend any time in this area here. In fact, probably best to stay away from it. Menus, you'll be able to spend time in menus. You're going to have your main menu, which is in your primary navigation, and there's a whole other video tutorial about this, and your user menu mostly. And taxonomy, much like categories or tags or anything like that, you'll find them here. And organic groups, menus within your organic groups. So when you have your private groups, you can have a separate menu system for those individuals and you can manage them here. Store, you have your reports. We can see all your reports of your products, customer sales, sales maps, and payment methods, any of your customer profiles, their orders. All the orders are donations or their purchases of downloadable products or even physical products. And then here lists all your products. And again, products are anything under the sun that you sell, and any file licenses if indeed you're accessing that. So file licenses such as file downloads that people have purchased. People, this is where you manage user accounts and add any users, and overview of all the users, and newsletter subscriptions where you can mass subscribe and unsubscribe and export the information from those subscriptions. And under configuration, we can see people where we can block IP addresses, or we can also see our newsletters and add newsletter categories. So that's just a general overview of where to get started. Creating any content, keeping in mind, let's just take a look at the main site and head back. On every page, you'll find a View Edit tab, and depending on where in the page you can edit, you'll find that. So if we go, for example, to the, let's just say a basic contact page, on a contact page, you'll see it up top because we can edit all this information. So any page that has this information, you'll be able to edit the page directly. Some pages are dynamically generated, and so you won't be able to edit a lot of the stuff. But as you can see, there's some information at the top that we can edit. But if we go back to, say, something like the blog page, only the top portion of the page is actually editable. The rest is actually dynamically generated. So we can see that the title and just this little teaser will actually be editable, but the rest of this down here is actually dynamically generated. So it takes a title and a teaser of each one of your blog posts and actually lead out to the actual blog posts themselves. So let's just take a look here as you edit it. You can see that it's just that little line, the little blurb there. We can add more of what we want. So understanding the difference between what a static page is and what a dynamically generated page. is key to success. Anyways, so you can understand that as you move along, you can edit a lot of the stuff within the site. You'll find as you hover over some blocks, you find some gear icons. Very rarely do you need to go into these areas. These are administrative, just kind of the higher level stuff. So try to stay out of them. And when creating content, so what we'll do is create content. We can create a basic page. And this is the Quickstart guide. So we're just going to show you really quickly, but there's a whole other video tutorial on how to create content. Essentially, you're just going to be filling out fields. And once the fields are saved, then it's saved within the system. Give a little menu link. You can see publish. That page is now ready for public viewing. We've added it to the main menu. You can see it up here in the main menu. We've added a title, we've added our description, or our body field, and you're done and ready to go. Most other content types are like that. You're just going to fill out the content and save it as you go. Then you can manage all your content in the main content area, and there's a whole video tutorial on this. Anyways, thank you very much for watching.